Good morning. It's Wednesday, November 15th. We're getting closer to our Thanksgiving break. I know everybody's looking forward to that. Thanks for joining us on Up to the Minute. I'm Dr. Amy Tan, Dean of HCC's English and Communications. I'm filling in for Todd Duplantis today, and I'm here with our guest co-host, Daniel Scholl, HCC Financial Coach, who's going to tell everyone how to find us on our social media.
Good morning. We are live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page, not HCC, but Houston Community College District, and on YouTube. We're also on X, LinkedIn, and on HCTV at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
And good morning, Daniel. I forgot to say good morning.
No worries. Good morning, Dr. Tan.
I'm glad that you're here with me today.
Always excited to be here.
Yeah, it's great. Today, we're going to welcome back HCC's Police Department to talk about an important subject, holiday safety. We have our interim police chief, Timothy Ramirez, who's joining us today.
Hello, everybody.
Good morning, and we'll be right with you, Chief Ramirez. Daniel's going to interview you. Okie doke. First, we're going to talk to one of our favorite HCC guests, Roland Fields, supervisor of our HCC Fabrication and Innovation Lab. He's going to talk to us about HCC's recent Manufacturing Day celebration. Welcome back to the show, Roland.
Thank you very much.
Before we get into the special Manufacturing Day, tell us about your experience in the industry.
I helped create the fabrication lab about 15, 16 years ago. I have been working in the fabrication lab for 7 years, and now did 20 years of IT, before that 7 years.
And 27 years with the college.
Yep.
Right. But Roland and I go back to Southwest together.
Long time.
That's right. So how did Manufacturing Day go at HCC's Stafford campus?
It went really well. We had to push Manufacturing Day back because it conflicted with a HCC date, and that actually helped. So we had about 200 students show up, about 18 manufacturers showed up, teachers and guides and stuff like that. It was a lot of people. The building was stuffed.
It's always nice to see it when there's a lot of activity and people are participating. And you had some robotics and mechanized displays.
Yeah, we had vendors with mechanized displays. We had a robot dog here by one of our vendors, and we also had universal robots and some other robots here that one of the other vendors actually demonstrated for the students.
That is so cool. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's all right.
It's so cool. I think that's amazing for our students to see. I don't know if it quite is on the same level of amazing as the therapy puppies, but a robot dog is pretty cool.
That seems better than therapy puppies.
Certainly inspirational, I would think, for our students.
Yeah.
Well, talk to me about the Fab Lab. How long has it been around, and what kind of certifications can students earn there?
Well, we don't actually do certifications in here. What we do is we really act as a resource lab. So if you're an engineering student, you're a machining student, you are in air conditioning, you're in art, you're taking English classes, we don't care. As long as you're a student, you can come in here, use this lab. You can be doing artwork, you can do jewelry, you can do mechanical things. What we're here is to show you how to use the equipment. We will give you leads on software. So we tell you, because the first part of all of this is you have to be able to draw and create your part in a CAD package. And we tell them how to get that for free. Our Destin makes it free to students and faculty and everyone. So it's pretty cool. We have a guy here who's a former UPS who's now come back as a student. And he's working on his creation, his lifetime dream. And we got him to start doing CAD packages, and he has worked his way. He's like, English is the same way. People, I can't handle these classes. Yes, you can. And oh yeah, and he's handled it, and he's so proud of what he's done. And it's that, of course, as as an instructor, is so inspirational. Is when the students get it and they love it. It's fun. That's the coolest thing. People go, "What's the coolest thing you've ever done?" It's like, made a student happy. That's the coolest thing you can do.
That's absolutely right. And to see them grow and develop and yes, find their meaning. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not the things we make, it's the people we help.
Yeah. And so you have been the Fab Lab has been at the college for about 12 years.
Well, it started under one of our former deans under drafting many years ago. So about 15 years ago. And then about 7 years ago, we built this new building. So we had a formal Fab Lab. Before, we were typical of a lot of Fab Labs, we were in a closet.
Yes, I'm familiar with that strategy.
Yeah, here's a closet, make use of it.
Storage closet. Yep. Yep.
And, but it's more formal, a lot more equipment, a lot more capable. And the biggest problem is that, again, sometimes it's communications. People don't know it exists sometimes.
Well, I hope that they're watching today and they're going to find out and then they're going to come see you. So tell us what kind of technology they can find there.
So we have one of the coolest things we have is a $100,000 metal laser. So we can actually cut the 1/4-inch steel. But we have a lady who comes in here. She's a retired attorney, and she likes art. And she makes earrings out of tin cans. So she takes tin cans, flattens them out, cuts them up, and then fashions them into earring. Of course, she cheats like some of her friends. It's not really cheating. She actually takes art classes, which gives her access to our lab as well. So she gets 2 for 1. Anybody who's taking, if you ever want to do better English papers, take an English class and come use our lab.
Yeah. I mean, who knew? It's the key, right?
Yeah, the people don't. I tell a lot of people what is one side is to be able to create something. The other side as a creator is you need to be able to communicate. And that's where either speech, lessons or English lessons and all that make such a huge difference. And then like even at Comic Palooza, which we go to every year, we show off what we do there. There are authors that you can actually go and meet and speak to. And one of the more popular authors, like #1 on Amazon, is here in Houston. She's Hispanic, so she has Hispanic characters in her books. And just like people don't understand, she studies how to be a better author. That's so cool.
I mean, I agree with you 100%. Everyone should take more English writing and more speech and public speaking and communications classes. I mean, it should just be it is required, but not required enough.
They need to understand it's more than required. It's something to help you with your life skills.
That's right. With every job that you have. So I know that the Fab Lab is super cool and it's a big attraction. Do you give tours, and how does that work with the outreach to schools that you do?
Anyone can contact me. My is roland.fields@hccs.edu. Just contact me. You can bring Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts in. We can do at odd hours. I'm one of those full-time employees that doesn't get paid extra, so please take care of the odd hours. Like I said, we go to Comic Palooza. I will be at Dulles High School this weekend. I will be out with Houston Public Library. They're doing an event at one of the downtown parks for astronomy. We're going to take our Van de Graaff out, and we're going to see how many kids we can scare and shock to death. Oh, not to death. Well, shock them. We've been doing it for years.
Well, and you have really cool stuff. Like every time I see your table at any kind of function, I mean, you have bracelets and you have the earrings and you have cool 3D printed things. So it's definitely an appealing and entertaining table.
That's pretty cool. We're bringing a demo robot that we built also.
And so I know you have 3D printers, you have CO2 lasers, acrylic leather paper. Do you have some new equipment that you want to tell us about?
We have some brand new universal robotics, kits that they can come in and play with, because until we get the organized classes going, we have them available in the lab. So if you are a student and you want to come in our lab, we'll give you access to some of the robots we have, and you can teach yourself, which is quite capable, particularly with YouTube these days. There's so many things you can teach yourself. You just need the equipment, and we have the equipment. So 3D printers, robots, just everything, tools. We have just hand tools. So many students don't even have hand tools. We have a huge toolbox right behind me,
Are you coming to us today from the Fab Lab?
Yes, I'm in the Fab Lab. This is our multi-$1,000 toolbox, which is really kind of cool all on its own right. If you like tools, it's a cool toolbox. I know it sounds silly, but it really is cool.
I mean, it's important to be in a safe space when you're using some of these power tools and to know how to use them correctly.
Well, that's the other thing. We have the safety glasses and we watch you. We make sure you know what you're doing. And if you need something that's not quite safe, we will either intervene or we'll help you with it, or we'll take it over for you and get you past that bump. So we're here to help.
It's fantastic. So anybody out there who's taken a class at HCC, this is free to you. Contact Roland. Thank you so much, Roland Fields, for being here today. And I'm happy to see you.
All right. Thank you very much. You guys take care.
So he's the supervisor of HCC's Fabrication and Innovation Lab. We'll have all the information after the on our post after the show. And we'll be moving on now to our next interview.
Good morning. Dan Shaw, I'm really excited to have our new interim chief of police, Timothy Ramirez, with us. Welcome to the show, Chief Ramirez.
Hey, how's everybody going?
Doing great. Hey, congratulations on the new appointment. When did you get named as interim chief?
Good question. About a week ago.
Okay, well that's really exciting. Congratulations. You must have been very excited.
That's all good.
Well, welcome to the show. You know, as we get ready for a nice long Thanksgiving break that I think everybody's excited about, this is a great time for some friendly reminders about safety. And we thought you were just the person to share those with us. Can we begin with some holiday safety tips when shopping?
Sure, not a problem. So, you know, everybody's always out in a rush getting out to go do their holiday shopping. And if you're like me, you're doing it at the last minute like you're not supposed to. So, you know, one of the most important things, if at all, you can do your shopping during the daylight hours. You know, this way it's, you know, the sun's out and there's light, the better lighting. And it's just better to do your shopping during the daytime versus doing it at the nighttime. And also, if you have the opportunity to do that shopping with family, friends, or, you know, somebody that can go with you to just to be there with you and watch what you're doing. Because, you know, as the criminal element is, you're busy shopping and they're busy shopping for what they can get. So that's really important to do. Avoid wearing expensive jewelry out shopping. I know that, you know, we get jewelry for Christmas gifts and we want to wear them.
We get expensive jewelry for Christmas.
But, you know, to try not to expose yourself, because this is what people are looking for. And they say, oh, look, I found that Rolex that I want and I'm going to get it. So just, you know, leave it at home while you're out shopping. It's just not that time and place to, you know, carry it around. Because like I said, you know, during the holiday season, this is when criminal element comes out and they also look for the opportunity to get things that they want. Avoid carrying a large amount of cash with you. And if you do have to carry that cash with you, keep it in your front pocket. Avoid having that cash displayed in open areas. I mean, when you go to the cashier, of course, you got to pay. But, you know, try not to be outside in front of your car or in a parking lot, you know, pulling out the money and trying to count it right then and there. So, you know, like if you're going to carry the cash, keep it in your front pocket and only pull it out when you're going to make payment at the cashier's office, at the cashier booth. Keep a record of all your credit card numbers at your house in case your credit cards do get stolen at some point, and notify your credit card company immediately when your stuff gets stolen or is being misused. So that's one of the major things for the shopping. I would be extra careful while you're out there shopping, because it's important to keep your valuables with you at all times and just be aware of your surroundings and where you're at. And that's basically it for the shopping. Just make sure that you know what you want, know where you're going, get what you want, and, you know, get out.
Well, that's wonderful advice. I do have a quick question for you. You mentioned, shopping during the day, which makes a lot of sense. If you do have to shop at night, I've often heard people say try to park under the lights in the parking lot. Is that true, or is that just kind of a myth?
Yes, that was under the my traveling and driving.
Oh, okay. Well, I
So,
did mean to jump ahead there. I
no,
apologize.
that's fine, but it is very important to one, yeah, park where there's lights, and two, remember where you park, because a lot of times you go to a large parking areas like the Galleria, and you can easily just snap a picture of where you're at, of where your car's at, snap that picture and say, okay, I'll park here in level 2G, and then you can come back and say, oh man, they stole my car. Are you in the right place? Oh yeah, you're right. I'm not.
Yeah, hopefully that never happens. But yeah, you mentioned traveling. Obviously, a lot of people do travel during the holidays. What are some other safety tips for traveling?
Yes, sir. So traveling again, whether you're traveling, to and from the store, or you're traveling out of state, try to avoid, doing all that driving during the night hours. And if you're going to, and if you must travel by yourself, be sure that people have your itinerary of where you're going. Say they're expecting a phone call within the hour that you're going to be in, let's say Chattanooga, what have you. So you tell them I'm going to be traveling from here to there, and I will phone you at this point. And nowadays, people have that Bluetooth on their car, so they just flip and talk as they're going. But try to avoid those long haul traveling, from state to state, with doing it during the daytime hours, because during the night, obviously you're gonna have to stop, get gas, get food, and the risk just goes up again because it's evening time. As you're traveling, whether it be to the grocery store or traveling out of state, be mindful of where you're parking your vehicles. If you're parking your vehicle, next to a large white van with no windows on it, that may be an indicator that you might want to move someplace else.
Right. No, absolutely right. That's the classic the classic danger sign. So
Yeah.
As we prepare stuff ourselves with turkey, we're already focusing on the next holiday season. It's right around the corner. Do you have some home safety tips for decorating?
Oh, home safety tips. Yes, sir. So one of the big things that the fire department puts out a lot is the string of those lights. I mean, everybody likes to put them up. However, they don't like to check them when they put them away. So make sure that the lights that you put up either inside your house or outside your house, they do not have any frayed wiring. Those are one of the major malfunctions that cause sparks, which in turn cause fires. So just be sure that is that you check those lights.
Yeah, I would imagine fire is not the great way to celebrate your holidays. Be careful on those ladders too, I would assume, as you're putting stuff up. What about the home in general?
The home in general. So when you're at your house, let's say you decide that you're going to leave your house to go shopping or what have you, and you're gone for the day. If you have, the criminal element out there also watching the neighborhood, sees that the house is now vacant. So if you're going to be vacant from your house for quite some time, alert your neighbors, tell them, hey, I'm going to be gone for, the next 2 days. Can you get my mail, pick up my,
right, make sure there's not, if people are still getting newspapers,
yes,
don't leave the newspapers in the yard, pick up my Amazon packages.
That's what
from the store. Yeah.
Pick up the stuff, don't leave it out.
Right. Make it look like somebody's there at the house. And it seems like there's so much technology right now too, the Ring doorbells, a lot of options out there rather than just leaving a light on like we used to. Real briefly, what general safety tips do you like to give about celebrating the holiday season?
So when celebrating the holiday season, whether you're having it at your house or you're going to go out someplace, just make sure that you are, capable of being out there to do that. And if you're not, have somebody available to assist you when you're celebrating out. There's Uber and there's a lot of other things that you can do. So when you're out celebrating, just make sure that you are watching your drinks, making sure that you are, getting them from the bartender and you're seeing them prepare it. and don't ever leave it laying around.
No, that's great advice, especially for women. Unfortunately, there are people out there that do like to do nefarious things with people's drinks. So I know a lot of women these days take their drinks with them, if they have to walk away. Also, I've been told a lot of establishments, if a woman starts feeling comfortable, they can order like a certain drink. They'll have signs in the women's restroom to alert the bartender or let the server know that they're having some concerns. So congratulations, Interim Chief Ramirez. Thank you so much for these tips. We hope that you have a wonderful holiday and stay safe, and we hope all of our students do too. Thank you again for coming on, and we'll have your information posted after the show.
Yes, sir. My pleasure.
Thanks so much, Daniel and Chief of Police, for that wonderful interview and those excellent safety tips. And Daniel and I have some news and announcements to share with you. And we're going to start off with the Gulf Coast Apprenticeship Summit, which ends today. So this is your last chance. The big event is almost over. HCC's second annual 2023 Gulf Coast Region Apprenticeship Summit is in its last day, but you can still check out some great speakers. That's going to be today, Wednesday, November 15th at the West Houston Institute. So check out the post after the show for more information.
Yes, and we've got a new drama production coming up in the Northwest College, the Caucasian Chalk Circle. That's a little hard to say. This story is a story of selfless kindness in a chaotic world, and it's about a woman caring for a forgotten child as her own. It is one of the most influential plays of the 20th century, and it still resonates today. It starts at 7:30 p.m. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, November 15th through the 18th, and it is at the HCC's Spring Branch Black Box Theater. Tickets are free, but reservations are encouraged. Check out our post after the show for more information.
And holiday happenings at Coleman College. During the Thanksgiving break, come help decorate the Coleman Christmas tree to represent holidays from all around the world. Snacks will be provided. That's going to be on Tuesday, November 21st from, I think that is 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And be sure to check out the post after the show for all the information.
Right, we've got the award-winning Monday Night Big Band, and they're going to play classic arrangements from the big band era during this special performance directed by HCC's own faculty member, Woody Witt. That's going to be at 7:30 p.m. on Monday, December 4th at the HCC Northwest Performing Arts Center. More information will be posted after the show.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check that out. That's bringing back some good memories of the holidays with Glenn Miller.
Absolutely. My wife is very excited.
Yeah. I'm going to check it out. So Through the Kaleidoscope is our fall faculty show. This is HCC's fashion programs are celebrating their 40th anniversary. That's 40 years with the fall fashion show. All collections will be designed by fashion faculty. That's going to be at 7:30 p.m. on Friday, December 8th. HCC Central in the Harmon Building. It will be $25. Again, check the post after the show.
Did you know that HCC spring registration is already ongoing, and it includes the popular mini sessions during the winter break. All courses we offer are either in-person, online, or hybrid. You can take online anytime classes. These have no established class meeting times unless listed. Or if you need a little bit more structure, you can do online on a schedule where the meeting time is set and the courses meet online. We do offer hybrid courses. These are lecture classes that meet partially face-to-face and partially virtually. Of course, we also offer in-person traditional face-to-face courses with traditional meeting patterns at various campus locations. And we even offer hybrid laboratory and studio courses. To learn more about our HCC programs, start dates, and options to cover costs, go to hccs.edu/apply.
Excellent. And I just want to really quickly, the Coleman holiday decorating is actually going to be November 28th, because I think we're going to be out on the 21st. So just a heads up on that. Daniel, thanks so much for being here with me today.
Absolutely. I love being here. It's nice to meet you, Dr. Tan.
It's wonderful. So later this week, come back and join us in celebration of National Native American Heritage Month. And for Thursday, Family Fun Day, the Smithsonian Smithsonian Institution will return with a rep from its National Museum of the American Indian to talk about its special exhibitions. That's going to be tomorrow. And we'll feature our own faculty designers gearing up HCC's first ever faculty fashion show, Into the Kaleidoscope, which is celebrating 40 years of HCC's fashion department. That's going to be on Friday. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.